There will always be certain people and specific events that stand out in your mind when they touch our heart and in such a positive way that they enhance our lives and bring sunshine into our lives. We know we've been touched by a human angel. And today, I'm delighted to share a bright light in my life and an earth angel with all of you. Welcome, everyone. It's Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer. We're here on Angel Heart Radio, and I have for you a special guest, Sherry Lee Myers. And I'll be right back, and you're going to hear more about Sherry and her wonderful new program, My Angel Prayer, on Amazon Alexa.
Angel Heart Radio programs should not be used to replace your legal or medical advice. Welcome everyone to Angel Heart Radio. You are our focus. We want you to know that you matter in the world and that you're important to the world. We're here to remind you of just how valuable and needed you are right now. Help us to help others. If you like what you hear, tell your friends, post, tweet, pin, let everyone know how amazing Angel Heart Radio is. So again, welcome to Angel Heart Radio. Powered by love, Angel Heart Radio is sponsored by AngelLight777.com.
Welcome, everyone. I have Sherry Lee Myers with us today to share with us an incredible way that you can connect with angels for free. Sherry is a screenwriter, a producer, an activist, podcaster, and keenly interested in how we can personally, culturally, politically, and spiritually transform our lives to create communities based on love and truth and equality. Wow, just think how amazing our lives would be if we were united in this purpose. Sherry hosts How to Connect with the Angels podcast, during which she conducts interviews with inspiring authors, channels, religious leaders, therapists, and healers from all over the world who work with the angelic realm. She's also the creator of, as I mentioned a minute ago, of My Angel Prayer, and that's what she's going to talk with us about today. It's a new skill on Alexa that will offer you 30-second prayers in 5 different overarching themes and many other sub-themes, but you can have help in love, guidance, if you're needing healing, protection for you and your family, or just because you want to connect with the angels. So, welcome everyone, Sherry Lee Myers. Sherry, I'm so glad you're here with us. And the first thing I want to ask you,
yes,
because you know angels, earth angels, and heavenly angels from all over the globe. What do you consider an angel?
Oh, well, what I've come to understand, and just, you have a sense of things all your life, and then it just becomes more and more clear, and it resonates. You know that this is how you're experiencing it because that's how you're experiencing it. I mean, I never knew what angels really were until I started my podcast. And then 3.5 years later, I understand that what I have been experiencing at critical times in my life have been, yes, angelic intervention. What I've also experienced are answered prayers and signals from the angels. And I have felt the presence of the angels in my life at critical moments. Like, I know now, after 3.5 years and after really, making this part of my life, that I must ask the angels if I need anything, if I want anything, No
Wow.
matter what, my connection to my angels is my connection to God. And through the angels, I can feel God's love. I can feel God working in me. I can become greater, a greater person. That's a lot for me. It's a lot of. I hope that makes sense.
I think that is so
So it's a worry,
fabulous. Yes, and it leads me to my next question, because in my work, the people that come to me are hurting, and when I want to introduce them to the angels as a source of strength, so often I hear from people, I'm worried that I'm going against God, or I am sinning in some way, or that I am substituting the angels for God. How does that work in your life, or what experiences have you had with other people to help us just get a better perspective on why it's okay to talk with the angels?
Well, here's a way to kind of like shift your thinking about it. If for some reason you think that it's going against God's will, and that there is some kind of darkness in it, and also I want to say some kind of sentimentality. For me, and I've seen evidence of angels, and we can see evidence of angels in every religion. Every religion has angels, because angels are part of the structure of the universe. Between God and humankind are angels. That's where they are. That's what to help, to assist, in times of great crisis. It doesn't matter if you're a Muslim or a Jew, or you're agnostic or you're an atheist. An angel may rescue you if it is not your time. And I have heard countless stories, as have you, right? That's how people get awakened. These events are what shake us, and I can tell you, if you allow angels into your thinking, open up to the idea. Just open up to the idea, and say, maybe there is a personal, maybe like there is a guardian angel. Maybe there is an angel who came with me and has been with me and will be going out with me and staying with me. That is my guardian angel. Beyond, my personal relationships, I have this relationship with these angels who are close to me and care about me. So, gee whiz. I mean, I think conversely, I have had one of the reasons why we set out making a podcast. This is the truth. This is what producers have to do. You have to show your funders that you know where your audience lives, that you can reach them. And we see ourselves, we are a film about faith, because it takes faith to ask when you don't believe. It doesn't it? I mean, faith is what gets you. I like to describe faith as you're in a dark room, and somewhere along the wall is a switch. And it's faith that keeps you feeling along the wall for that switch, knowing somewhere there is a switch where you can turn back on the light. And I think we can turn on the light of our faith with our angels. And go back to church. I mean, it's not, to me, it's not an either or. And I hope that more and more people can open up to the idea that it's just a divine partnership, and it's completely personal. Marcia, you have the most incredible relationship with the angels. Your channeled writing has been some of the most important reading I've done, because I feel you are incredibly plugged in. Besides the work you do as a heart healer, I mean, where do people find your blogs? Where do people find your blogs? At your website,
we have a
the Heart Healer.
brand new website, which is much easier to navigate. So and two ways to get there: either Heart Healer or Marcia Martin, thehearthealer.com. It's Marcia spelled Marcia. Now, we have a caller that has just come on, and so let's talk with them about your walk with the angels. What led you?
Okay.
You have this incredible movie. It's such an incredible story, having read your script. what led
Thank
you
darling. Yeah.
to be able to write from such a personal place. It was though you were living with the angels in order to create the kind of connection or bond that we feel. Well, when reading it, I have not yet on the screen, so we can't see it yet. But let's check in with our caller, and then I just want to hear more about your relationship with the angels.
Sure.
Hi, calling from 216. Do you have a question for Sherry?
Hello, my name is Patricia. I just called in. So I didn't know how the show was going to be conducted. Would there be any readings available tonight?
Is there a specific question that you have something that you're concerned?
Yes. I need to find out just regarding money. Been applying to jobs. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio, but I will be relocating to the Pacific Northwest in July of this year. Been here for about last 7 years. Been difficulty obtaining money and dealing with dark night of the soul and a whole lot of other things, psychic attacks. I thought about possibly teaching English online, being an English language partner, with several companies, going to the libraries. Is this a good option for me, and will this really produce work for me? I'll be teaching students, I think Chinese, so there's a time difference. But I believe I can get it done even through the libraries.
Can I offer something in response? Do you mind, Marcia, if I offer something in response?
Absolutely.
Well, honestly, I'm sorry. What is your name?
Patricia.
Patricia, I'm sorry. Patricia, truly, if you find, I feel like you've got some joy coming with this. That is actually something you're excited about. And maybe you're a little bit scared to get excited about it, but it sounds great. It sounds like this is like something that could be a breakthrough for you, because you're really going to be doing something that's different. And why not go for it, and believe. And one of the things I have learned in my life is that, if that's what's in front of you, take that step. Ask the angels to be with you as you take those steps, and listen to the advice, and work closely with your intuition, with your angels, and trust that you're in a good place and you're going to get in more good places, So you don't, as far as getting a reading, trust your gut and feel what it feels like to have that job and be in that circumstance. If that feels good, if you can get yourself to where it feels good, then stay with that, right?
And this will be one step, and I can actually work on my life's purpose, which is as a healer and writer and musician, songwriter. And I feel I have one book in me. So and to can focus rather than having to focus on 10,000 things, I can just probably focus maybe on 1,000 at a time.
Well, and truly, sometimes it's great to have a job, because then everything, you have to be really disciplined about your time. Please, if you get a chance, let me recommend something, because I just created this free angel prayer on Alexa. I don't know if you have an Alexa device. You can get it on your phone. Go to our website, myangelprayer.com, and you can have an easy download of Alexa, and then you get My Angel Prayer. If you listen to those prayers, there are 25 people reciting these prayers, and each one of these people has a specific strength. And you may resonate. Marcia, would be somebody I would recommend, of course. But you may resonate with somebody, and then you may want to follow them and start to read what they write and trust and go to the Facebook group. It just become part of something that can help support you, because you need support, and not just a reading. You need weekly, daily support. The angels are there to support you. You've got to pray. I mean, really, open up and just say, okay, angels are going to be my partners for this leg of it. I'm going to find out how to work with them. Right, Marcia, now I'm done. You can't shut me up this time. Okay.
This is perfect,
Marcia.
because, Patricia, what you need to remember is it's fun and wonderful and fabulous confirmation to get a reading, but you create your own destiny. So live like everything is a miracle. Take this gift of the job of teaching Chinese, get excited, see yourself really blooming from this place. Ask for the support from the angels. As much support as you need is available to you. They never get tired. They never get frustrated with us. They are so willing to support us every step of the way. You just need to get your mind open to the possibility that everything is now turning around for you. You've been through that dark night. You held yourself in that place of steadiness and alignment through that phase. Now, move into the place of getting used to feeling good and having things work out all the time.
All the time.
Yes,
all
and
time.
One thing that
Marcia, well done. Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, in addition to my angel prayers, I have just opened a community, and its whole purpose is to support you in connecting to the divine in whatever way feels best. Because when we connect with the God energy, sometimes it can feel so big that we get lost in it. And then I like to ask an angel, and you don't even have to know which one to call on. I will just say, whoever is really good with helping me find a job, please come forward now. They know what they're great at. They just live to support us. And the most wonderful thing about working with the angels is they're also on a journey of growth. So when they help you, they grow closer to God. We're all on this journey of growing into like a symbiotic relationship with God, where we understand more and more and more of God. So we're all helping each other in our journey, including we help the angels as the angels help us. So feel free to call on them. And as I said, look into the community that I have just begun. There are, it's just designed to be supportive, just to.
And loving. Oh, so. Yes.
And loving. Absolutely. So readings are wonderful, but you are the real motive. You're the motor in your life. A reading can give you confirmation, but it can only show you where you are, and it can show you possibilities. You can change all of that by changing the way you're relating to it. So let's say you feel really apprehensive. Well, the angels can help you let go of that nervousness or that apprehension. They can help you get excited, and then you automatically change through law of attraction what's coming to you. So readings are wonderful, but you're more powerful than anything that may be heading towards you that is unpleasant. You just stay in your high place of love, joy, and peace. Surround yourself with people who want to support you and believe in you.
Yes, very important.
And do this job that will, I mean, what's more fun than teaching kids who are already enthusiastic? So, yes, this is brilliant to move yourself into a place of joy, and everything gets better from joy.
All right. Thank you very much.
How are you feeling, Patricia?
I feel
hey,
more
Patricia.
Yes.
Patricia, also go to The Heart Healer. Is that what it is, Marcia? What's your website?
Heart Healer.
The Heart Healer. Patricia.
Heart Healer.
Marcia,
know that.
Heart Healer. Patricia, Marcia really does have guidance that she channels from the angels, and it's absolutely beautiful and incredibly inspirational. And I would really recommend when you get over there and get on her newsletter, because I get it every morning, and then and I feel blessed that way. I'm blessed. I'm supported. It's incredible. Okay.
All right. Absolutely free to join the mailing list.
Bye.
And yeah, you're helping me help me, because I need these messages too. But I'm much more likely to do them for you than I am for myself, just because I can get lazy. So the more people that are joining in, the more inspired I am to reach further and get even more incredible material for us. So, Patricia, thank you. We have another caller.
Thank you
so much, and stay in touch. Let us know. We're going to just support you through this.
Thank you again. Have a blessed week.
Okay. Oh, looks like our caller dropped off. That's okay. That's okay. Because, Sherry, tell us more, not just about my angel prayer, which is fabulous. We want to know more about that, especially explain the whole category so that people will understand how much is really available there. And also, if you have a story, a favorite angel story, I would love to hear that as well. Because I think we need to realize that angels are very real. So, tell us about my angel prayer.
Well, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So, I'm going to start with my angel prayer and how it is set up. My angel prayer as an Alexa skill is very, very easy to enable, and you just say, Alexa, enable my angel prayer. And when you do, you have access to 30 absolutely beautiful prayers from 28 different angel communicators around the world, including Marcia, our Marcia right here. And if you, after you listen to those 30, if you have the urge to be able to get focused prayers that will help you specifically with certain issues, protection, you really, really feel like I'm feeling really vulnerable, I really want to get prayers for protection going in my life, I want to work on my abundance, you can work on that. We can work on healing, you can work on guidance and love. So we have these beautiful treasure trove of prayers, and for only less than $3 a month, you have access to 100 more prayers, and that is the subscription that we really hope people will, cotton on to, because they're exquisite. Most important, though, is get to Alexa, download or enable my angel prayer. So we just get people listening to it and getting it and sharing it, because it's a God shot. It's our free prayers are gifts, and they're all incredibly powerful and very different. So you will find, like I was talking to Patricia, you will find these amazing creators and communicators, and you will find someone who you really take to. You should find out, follow up with them, see how they connect with angels. Everybody's got something different. So It's a great big handout to the planet from the angels. That's what it is. How right, Marcia? I mean, it's like it's our like, hey, and I talking about angels. Gosh, I think for me, Marcia, there are moments when I have clear direction, and that is how angels have manifested in my life. When I got clear direction, and I got a warning before I flipped off my bike and really broke my. What did I break? I broke something. That was I was in Wilmington, North Carolina, and I heard a voice saying, "Well, when you go over the tracks, you're going to fall, and you need to blah 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 blah." And indeed, I did. And
wow.
so there was that. You know how those go. And I've had my guardian. I have had deep knowing. And believe it or not, each time I have had two husbands. Each first date with each man, I knew by the end of that evening I was going to marry that man. And there was no getting away from that. So that I also believe is the divine, is God, it's the angels. And now with this, my angel prayer, I have been able to trust when I get a clear direction, especially when it falls into my lap and I go, oh, of course, this is perfect, and that's where I feel that is an answer prayer. My prayer is to be able to find ways that this incredible power in this truth of the angels being present in our lives. I mean, this is no longer just a movie about whether or not you have faith and can start to believe in angels and angels are there for you. This is really about a movement, not just a movie. It's a movement. I feel these light workers and these people who communicate with the angels and all of these incredible lights are coming forward and offering their tools and offering their energy and offering a way for people to heal, because we got to heal ourselves and heal the planet. We got to get to it. There's no question. That's what we're here for, right?
It certainly is. Now, how often
can we engage? Go ahead.
I was going to say, how often do you recommend connecting with the angels? What works in your life?
Well, it takes some discipline to wake up in the morning and remember what you are grateful for and to say your gratitude first and to thank God and the angels for what you have in your life and that you woke up. Start with that. That is a great way to start the day. And Karen Palmer does it assiduously, and you see how it manifests in her life. It makes a huge difference in your life when you wake up with gratitude and you thank God and you thank the angels. And then you say, angels, if you give yourself a minute, just a minute, to say, this is what I'm on about, and this is what I'm worried about. Angels, help me with this.
Well, do you think the angels
But
do you think they'll get sick of you if you ask more than once a day? Like you've got this Alexa skill.
No, you see, yeah. And you know what? I really think it's great to give yourself 1 minute if you need it. If you're feeling low and disconnected from the divine and disconnected from hope and faith, go and use yourself and avail yourself of a different prayer every hour. But just take that. Be sure to take that minute. You know what I mean? Give yourself that minute. Listen to that prayer. I think we need to keep in steady prayer. I think it works very well to be in prayer and have prayer in the background. Of course, I have, because since November, it's been nothing but prayers to the angels. And seeing how when people open up, boom, instant, when they allow that connection is there. They're your best friends. They're your best friends if you can attune yourself.
That is so true. And what a beautiful way to say that. It's not supplicant to being that is far removed. It is a friendship that's developed. And that's why I love the My Angel prayer, because hearing different people's relationship with the angels really helps me to broaden my own, because when I heard their interviews, and we forgot to mention that if you go to Sherry's Facebook page, it's on the How to Connect with Angels Facebook page. She did a whole day of Facebook Live interviews, so you'll get to hear from the people directly about their angel relationships. And it taught me so much about ways that I thought I was really good at connecting, but I thought, wow, I could expand it in that direction. And I never thought to ask about that, or, all these different things. So learn to expose yourself to the people who are already working with angels, because they will have information that will make your connection easier. And then learn to develop your own relationship, because I guarantee you that no matter what is going on, there is an angel who can help you and will be delighted to help you. So Sherry, you said it best. Let them be your best friend, and you can talk to them just like you talk to your best friend, unceasingly. But yet make time to listen.
And as far as the best friend kind of idea, the really huge healing component of allowing the angelic in your life is that angels are love. Angels are love. That's what angels are. The angels are the force of love itself, because that is what God is. So they are the force of love. Imagine that. You have a best friend who loves you. A lot of people have a grandmother or a grandfather who loves them or loves them unconditionally. Unconditionally. That is those are angels. Oftentimes our grandparents are our window to the spiritual. Anyhow, my grandmother was. A lot of grandmothers are. But that beyond that, I think, gosh, Marcia, it just seems like the more that you bring that bond forward, and you say, hey, I'm in partnership because I am a spiritual being with this, monkey suit on, this human suit on, and if I have more and more and more connection with my higher self, my guardian angel, the other angels, and why I'm here, we get to have, I think, a life much more full of love and joy and peace and, productivity, meeting, and the whole thing. Don't you think? I mean, my life is very, very blessed. I feel very, very, very blessed. I got to start this How to Connect with Angels podcast, and I met these amazing people who told me their stories, and one after another experienced a miracle. Their lives were saved, an angel appeared, they heard it, it's all there again and again and again and again. And so there's these consistencies. But as you said, there are completely unique ways that we reach the divine. And, all of these angel communicators have a completely unique approach. The heart healing and the understanding of that and building your community is bringing unconditional love to this place, of their heart, where their heart needs healing, So my angel prayer is all about allowing ourselves that minute to ask and then to allow, It's a different relationship. We don't wait for things to come to us. We ask.
And yes,
right?
But, two incredibly powerful words. We must ask for help. So let's just all be really clear. The angels do not run you over with a steam engine. If you don't want help, They're not going to force it on you. This is unconditional love. So you are safe to ask them about everything, but make sure that you allow them to give the answer. Because too often in my early walk with them, I was asking and then immediately shut the door, and then I would kind of like come back to myself or my connection and say, gee, I wonder why you're not answering. Well, I wasn't
know
listening.
What you mean. Yeah. I know.
I was like, I
Marcia, honestly. Yeah. Well, of course. I mean, I feel the same way. I mean, it's just whatever our, I'm going to call it my ego, like my injured self, what I was going to do. I don't know. I was going to do it alone, but I love that we can actually have this tribe of angel communicators and who love and support each other and sharing radio shows and sharing advice and and really supporting each other. To me, that's my heaven on earth. So we're creating that as we go along in each our way. You create it with your community. It's absolute love and understanding. That's beautiful. Gosh.
And what a great point. That is something that I have to say. When the angels are there with you, first of all, there is absolutely no fear associated with anything that they may tell you to do. There can be anticipation. They may be pushing you to be bigger than you feel that you're capable of being, but you will not feel endangered or like there's any possibility of hurt or harm coming to you. So let's be really clear. If you have asked the angels to help you in something and you get an answer that you feel is dangerous to yourself or someone else or will cause hurt or harm, you have not connected with the angelic realm. You have allowed information, the ego, or just some lower beings on the lower realm to come in. Take a deep breath. Just love yourself. Breathe in love, some unconditional love, love and acceptance. Let go of the anxiety you may be feeling or any judgment you're holding against yourself or anyone else. Put your mind on something really joyful. And when you feel like your whole being lift up out of that place, ask again and know that this time you will truly be communicating with the angels and you will get the answer that you know is angelic and not silly interference. So,
Marcia, that's such a good point because the part of what our various angelic, the angel creators, the angel prayer creators, they are able to do, and what you do is to be able to offer people tools. There's some people who are doing Reiki, and they can teach Reiki, and it makes sense to someone who responds to that Reiki. But each time, it's really about, some of this is now becoming science. I mean, Julie Ryan is a great example of someone who studied assiduously for 6 years, spent more to learning how to become medical intuitive than she spent going to college. That's how intense it was and important it was to her. And now, what does she do? She's a medical intuitive, and she's written an incredibly breakthrough book about the 12 phases of transition from life to death. It's being taught in Sunday school. She has such connection with the angels, but she studied it scientifically. So what worked for her was to go through that and to really have that scientific understanding and confirmation. And some people just are able to help you to know this is when you're tuned in because this is how you feel. And I feel like that's part of what you do when you channel your wonderful, wonderful work, is that the kindness and the wisdom that comes through and the reassurances that come through. You know, I'm just over the moon about what you do with your channeled writing, Marcia. I'm always telling you that. Shut up already. But honest to God, it just blows my mind. Your channeled writing blows my mind, and I know there's a book there.
It's helped me so much to build confidence in my own self. That was one of my most difficult journeys, was any kind of self-confidence. I had very, very high standards for myself, extremely critical, and used that wasn't perfect as a way to erode my own confidence so I wouldn't ever bring it out. So they certainly helped me so much with feeling loved, feeling accepted, feeling like I have value. And that is something, if any of you are feeling lost or confused or lonely, reach out to the angels. They specialize in helping you find your authentic self, to connect with it again, to reestablish that connection that you lost when you agreed to go on this journey, and to show you your magnificence. And again, if you feel that you need support doing that, join our community. And if you want really intensive support, on my website, Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, Marcia spelled Marcia, there is a place where you can sign up under the coaching tab. You can sign up and speak to me for free for 30 minutes. We'll do an angel breakthrough session and find out whether one-on-one coaching would be good for you. And just know that I don't do anything separate from the angels in my work. The angels are my work, connecting you with God, with your higher self, with your beingness. That is my work. So they come with me in any work that I would do with you. So if you need intensive help, do the one-on-one. If you feel that you just need support and a community would do that for you, you're going to be weekly healing, every other week a manifestation group to help you get clear on how you receive guidance through gratitude. And then at the highest level, on the off week, you would also have the opportunity for group coaching so that you're not alone. One of the hardest things for me on this journey was doing it by myself, and I fell away so long and so often, and I caused myself so much heartache. And I want to make your journey easier, and the angels want to help you as well. So there are so many free resources now. Sherry has created this incredibly fabulous medium of prayer that absolutely everyone can access. My Angel Prayer, this new skill on Amazon Alexa, either through her website, myangelprayer.com. You can access it that way.
That's the best way to do it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
listen. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, you also have the bios of the people who are offering the prayers. So you may find that you're going to connect more with one person than another. Don't fight that. We are millions of people here on this planet. there's going to be somebody that heart connects with you. And Sherry has done such a fabulous job of finding people that are different yet have a common interest in the angels, that you're going to find on there someone who speaks to your heart. Go with them. Please honor your heart. Even if your heart is hurting, it will still, if you allow it, guide you to the people that can provide healing for you. Now, here's another thing that I really want to emphasize. It's okay if you have an interest similar to someone who is already in the field. Bring your skill forward anyway. She was speaking about Julie Ryan earlier, and also Reiki practitioners. If that calls to you, I want you to bring your skill forward anyway, because I guarantee you're going to bring something unique. Even if it sounds on the surface like you're doing something exactly like the other person, they're not you and you're not them, and what you've brought to share is going to be essential to a certain part of the population. So please don't say, oh my gosh, I can't do that because so-and-so is already doing it. No. If you feel called to do something, please bring it forward. You will offer it in a way no one else can. So let these angel prayers inspire you and encourage you to develop your personal relationship. So speaking of personal relationships, Sherry, when did you begin your personal relationship with the angels? How long have you been with it?
Oh, gosh. I think after my father passed away and I was able to go to a psychic and I started to be able to really communicate with my father on the other side. And then my father was that, it was very, very healing and very, kind of blew my mind open. Now, in those days and up until the time I started the podcast, I really kind of thought that my dad was my angel. But I don't really experience it that way. What I understand now is that I do have, my dad, these spirits, my dad and my grandfather, as these energies that are there, like my team. But angels have come in to my life in a much more powerful and with an incredibly powerful understanding once I started the podcast. Because then I started to understand that there were these moments that actually where the angels had interceded in my life. I didn't know what to call it. I didn't know what it meant. But then I'm hearing the intuition and starting to really tune in and getting these, like, for example, what I was going to say when I got this clear directive to do my angel prayer, you start to just know, if you know that there are your beings, that the angels of light, and they've heard a prayer and they're responding with an opportunity, right? So that opportunity and that knowingness and that joy and that kind of like, oh gosh. Now, there are often times in my life when I've had absolute miracle, and that's how someone who is here wearing a human suit has stepped up and been an angel in my life, like saved me, right? That
absolutely
has happened. Okay, and now I understand that we are, in our way, we are human angels. We are, and we have the capacity to become more in tune with the divine and to be. We are human angels. Are the most phenomenal people, and they're part of my angel prayer, and they're part of my and oh my gosh, we are human angels, and it's about that, finding the oneness, like the next step. And what you are offering is that piece of the heart healing, so we can heal ourselves and be healing the planet, and get together, and form this passionate refuse to give up. It's not no giving up. We have so much time to save the planet, but we can. But I think the angels are waiting to come down and help us. Don't you think?
Yes, and brilliant insight, and also such a fabulous point. There were so many times on my journey. Now, it's been a long, long journey, but so many times along my journey that I wanted to give up. So if you're just beginning to communicate with angels or open to them, understand that it is like anything. There's a period of learning before it becomes comfortable. And please don't give up. Please keep reaching out. Please keep opening your heart to receive those answers. Or, again, back to my angel prayer, use other people who have been on the journey longer to help you be your bridge, to help it become easier for you to develop that personal relationship. And remember, it's not that somebody is better than you are, but they may have more experience in a certain area, so use their experience. But please don't say, well, I could never do. Of course you can. If it's meant for you, you will do it. If it's not meant for you, do what is. Don't spend any time regretting, oh, I'm sorry. I'm not a surgeon in this lifetime. If I were to spend my days crying about the fact that I never went to medical school to become a surgeon, I would never have gotten to be in this fabulous work of the realm of the heart, of healing the heart. So I don't want you to be sad about what you're not doing. I want you to get excited about the thing that calls to your heart. And it doesn't matter if you are 100 years old and you've just now decided to communicate with angels. They are there with you and excited to communicate with you. And the more open you are to receive their guidance, the easier it is for your communication to become really fabulous quickly. So there is a learning curve like anything. There's a little bit of building your faith muscle before you really just kind of get in the groove. But the more willing you are, the easier it becomes. And now with this fabulous tool, My Angel Prayer, you'll hear the way other people connect, because you can feel their connection in the prayer that they've chosen to offer. You can see how they choose to address the angels and the friendship that they've built with the angels, and it will inspire you to create your own form of communication. So
that's right.
Don't
that's
be
right.
shy.
That's right.
It's free, so there's no excuse. There's nothing, absolutely nothing standing between you and a fabulous opportunity. So one more time, it's myangelprayer.com. Sherry Lee Myers, this creator of all this fabulousness. Tell us, do you have any more advice for us about establishing an angelic relationship? Especially since you've interviewed so many people and you yourself have a personal relationship. Is there any advice that you would give us on how to create one?
Oh, goodness. Here's what I would say. Allow yourself, there's this whole piece of our personalities and our cultural conditioning and our weariness, as human beings, that you have to shrug off. You have to find a way to just for the point of contact with the angels understand that what that spirit, this is how I love to look at it, that spirit, that child, that bright-eyed, sparkling, in love with life, exuberant child of God that you were, and intuitive and in touch and in love with life. That's that spirit that you can allow to be expressed with the angels, that you can start to recover in your being, because the angels, with all of that being, all of that is just the spontaneity and being in love, all that being in a state of love is what the angels are all about. So I think that if you think about that, you have had that relationship. You have had that time of living in grace. Maybe not. It has rotten moments too, but we all have felt those times when we were in connection, and that's where you can get in connection more. Remember, it's there. You just remember who you are. You're a being of light. It sounds so simple, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And it honestly, it's just practice. It's practice and staying open. And trust. Mm-hmm. You've got to trust. If you're going to go in with a negative, this won't work attitude, nobody is going to be able to help you move forward. You've got to let go of the this can't, won't, is silly kind of attitude, and just decide, I'm ready to open myself to the possibility that I can receive angelic assistance. Just start there. If you can't go all the way in, at least start from the place of, I'm willing to explore this. And I want you all to remember, there are certainly people like Sherry who are such bright lights that you can't help but understand that they are truly a human angel. But inside of each person, no matter how confused they have become, there is the light of God burning within them. So each one of us truly are human angels. Some of us may have dimmed our light so completely that it's difficult for other people to see that there's goodness within us. But there truly is goodness within each and every person. So as you open to the angels and your light gets even brighter because you start losing the judgment, the self-condemning judgments that you have about yourself, you're going to inspire other people who are still lost in that darkness. So please understand how important you are and how important it is that you at least be willing to explore a relationship with the angels. Really, our health as a global community depends, our well-being depends on you being willing to just put a toe in the water of angelic connection, guidance, assistance, and being willing to allow those labels of condemnation that you've applied to yourself, become willing to allow them to drop away. Learn acceptance and self-love. We're all depending on you being able to do that with us and for us. And truly, it will give you a life of so much joy and happiness. So if you are lost in the darkness now, all I ask is that you commit to saying yes to exploring the possibility of having a relationship with the angels. And now we have this incredible new way to do so through Amazon Alexa, myangelprayer.com, absolutely free until you're ready to have more, and then it's less than $3. This is abundance. Thank you so much, Sherry, because, oh my gosh, was it a year of your life that you have devoted to this for us?
No,
or more?
I mean, it dropped in my lap in November. So I don't know what day it is. November, December, January, February, March, April. It's like 7 months, thank God. Like six very intense months. And, that's when you got to do it, you got to do it. There's just was no other way I could not do it. I want people to have it, and we all do. That's the beauty of it. Thank you so much, Marcia, for having me on the show and talking about it, and the power of prayer and the power of connection, and Yahoo,
Yes, and please open your heart today if you are lost or alone or feeling confused or in need of help. MyAngelPrayer.com. That's all the time we have for today. And if
you're looking for a community.
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's all the time we have for today. But if you need, now, My Angel Prayer is pre-recorded prayers. You cannot interact with anyone live. So if you are looking for a place where people will interact with you and you can get weekly as well as daily support, the daily support will just be in posts and different things like that. But weekly support will be live. If you are looking for that level of interaction, then please go to my website, Marcia Martin, the Heart Healer, Marcia spelled Marcia, or Heart Healer, Marcia Martin, Heart Healer, and look at the community and see if that speaks to your heart. But
that's so cool.
Know that you are loved. Know that there are so many free resources out there for you now, and take advantage of them. Open your heart and let the love pour in. Sherry, thank you so much for all that you've given us.
Oh, darling, how lucky I am to be able to be. Thank you. And thank you, everybody who's listening. Thank you so much. I just completely appreciate it. All right, sweetheart, I love you very much. Have a beautiful
evening. Love you too. And everyone, until next Sunday, I am sending you all my love.
You've been listening to another fabulous program on Angel Heart Radio. Our goal is to remind you of how much you matter in the world and to let you know that we appreciate who you are in the world. You can check out who's on, when we're on, and who our guests are at angelheartradio.com. Everything is there. It's all just one click away. Angel Heart Radio programs are powerful tools to help you in your life and your life experience. They are not intended, nor should they, be used to replace your medical or legal advice. The views expressed by hosts, co-hosts, callers, guests, and associates should not be construed as advice from Angel Heart Radio.